I'm Jared Poland, and I like movies.
I'm Todd Wolf, and I make movies. And this is FroKnowsMovies. Oh, yeah! And this week in theaters now, we took in The Jersey Boys.
Is there a the, or is it just Jersey Boys?
I just added the in there.
Just wanted to. You wanted to be
The Jersey Boys.
Here's a tip for you. Drop the.
Drop the?
The.
Jersey Boys. It's just Jersey Boys.
Yeah?
So I literally saw this hours ago
You did.
because I waited to the last minute to watch this.
And I saw it on Sunday with my dad, who was single and looking for somebody. I asked him if he wanted to go see Jersey Boys. So we went together to see Jersey Boys. Now, you want to know something funny?
Always.
Not even about the movie. I kind of had a feeling, well, this was a Clint Eastwood directed movie.
Mm-hmm.
Very low budget, $40 million. Well, that's not low budget. That's a pretty healthy budget.
It's a healthy budget.
$40 million. It did only $13 million this weekend.
And it's based off of the
based off of the Broadway
theatrical,
musical.
okay.
And it's based off of Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons' life.
Yep.
And how they got to where they were going. And they had a lot of the people that were on Broadway in the movie, which was very hard to tell that they were in the movie because they did a great job acting.
They were good.
But the first thing I noticed when I walked in was, you try to walk through an aisle and usually people like move, but when the median age is 63.5, and I'm like half the age of everybody in there, I brought down the average. Nobody moves. They're like, we can't move. We got our double ARP cards. And my dad's there. Anyway, that was the age group that was there.
I went to see it today, and I went to a row below where I wanted to go because there was a lady and a gentleman with their walkers in the aisle. And I'm not making that up. I'm not making a joke. That's literally what happened. But I will say, I really enjoyed this movie. I really liked it.
I enjoyed it the entire time.
I loved it.
I thought it was a fantastic movie. The music, and we love music.
Yes.
And the music, the hit after hit after hit of Frankie Valli. I love how they built the story, and it feels like you're following and being there for the success that is happening.
Yeah, I really liked it. I mean, now, you've watched Ray? You watched Ray?
Oh, yeah.
It was probably not as hill and valley, ups and downs as Ray was. It was a little less dramatic. There were definitely some downsides to their career. I felt like the actors were spot on. I felt like they nailed the time frame. And it was one of those things that I just was never taken out of the magic of the film, ever.
What I loved that they did, Todd, was the asides. When they would talk to you at home. I like that. You can say whatever you want to say because I don't think you're going to like it, but let me talk.
Okay, go ahead.
Stop interrupting me.
I'm sorry.
Sherry, baby.
That's usually your job.
I know, it's usually my job. I love when they stop and they turn to the camera and they give you a little bit of story because it's probably like, we wanted to put this scene in, but we didn't want to film it because it would have made it feel longer. So why don't I just tell you that Frankie had a hard time growing up as a little kid, so you just have to remember that he got his ass kicked every night, and that's how he got his falsetto voice.
That's probably a throwback to the on-Broadway thing. I'm sure they stop, talk to the audience to give some aside, and then they come back into the acting. That's probably part of the Broadway show. That was the only part that I enjoyed it at first, but then as they did it continuously with all the different characters, it felt a little odd. Like it wasn't like Ferris Bueller where it's only you and him one-on-one.
Sure.
It kept jumping to different people. They probably could have communicated that with dialogue between characters. Not a huge hole or by any stretch. Not my favorite part.
Sure, and also I noticed, I heard my dad sniffling a little bit. He was probably getting some kind of, and he's probably going to watch this, so he'll explain it to me after he sees it, but I didn't want to look over and ask if he was all right. There has to be a song that they used to sing, or he may have seen it with my mom at some point, may have seen Frankie Valli with her, or listened to the music, or it had something to do with the relationship there. So I think that was making him a little emotional.
Maybe they went to a high school dance or something like that.
You never know, wearing this shirt. You never know.
It was that shirt.
It could have been this exact shirt.
I'm not gonna lie, I was right there with your dad. Towards the end, I don't even know why I got a little choked up watching. I was happy to see them kind of get to the end and have that big record at the very end, especially after the drama they just went through. And because I didn't grow up with this music. My dad was in like Beatles, Rolling Stones, so I don't think like that was his generation, and then my grandmother was more so big band stuff. So that Frankie Valli stuff was just not, it wasn't played regularly in my house, but I knew every song. They were just huge records. Now don't get me wrong, Can't Take My Eyes Off of You. Lauryn Hill redid that when I was at Rough House, and that was a big record for us, so I knew that record automatically. But all the other records, I was like, yep, I know that, I know that, I know that.
It's hit after hit after hit. So the moral of the story here is that you guys, if you're under the age of 65, I think you need to go see the movie.
No, do it. Yeah, no, do yourself a favor and go see this movie.
Bring down the age, and I think word of mouth. I think parents are going to tell their kids to go see it. And
I loved it. I walked out of the theater and immediately bought the best of Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. Immediately. I was on my way driving here, I'm banging, I want you, baby, and if it's quite banging it right through the hood. I had that joint rocking.
Anyway, go see this movie. Yes. I really enjoyed it. Todd enjoyed it. Give me a score, 1 to 10.
I'm going to give it a 9.
And I'm going to give it a 9,342 out of 10,000.
I liked it a lot.
Liked it a lot. All right.
I like the ending credits too.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
Well, one thing I also noticed is that as soon as the movie ended, most of the people had to run out to go pee because their prostates are enlarged. So, anyway.
That's not what I saw. A lot of people were waiting because they needed their assisted help to come help them. And I'm not making jokes. During the movie, though, I'm not trying to be a dick, but I'm going to tell you this. During the movie,
somebody had a heart attack?
No. Sometimes you got loud kids in the movie.
You had loud old people?
I had loud old people
because
they were talking to each other and they were trying to be quiet, but they don't know how to be quiet because they're talking like this.
So that is Jersey Boys. We both highly recommend it. So if you like this little short segment, it came out of the big show. Yep, we do a big show, and if you want to see that, you can click up on the screen right now to check that out. And don't forget to subscribe so that you can be notified when new videos go live.
That was awesome.